Hey, how you doing? Welcome back to another episode of God Concept Podcast. I ain't gonna lie, I've been experiencing a lot of like content block, not just within me, but within life itself, right? I know I'm not the only one who go through this shit. There's a lot of people out there who create on many different levels, right? In many different ways. And I respect everybody's artistry, right? And I am Mr. Pagan, I'm an artist myself, right? But it's a level of content blockage out there. If you're not a part, you gotta apologize because I'm trying to make sure my shit don't fall. My setup is crazy. I got my phone tethered to the book bag, kinda using it as like a tripod stand. But yeah, man, it's a lot that's going on right now. Like for instance, just now I was about to try to make this podcast. I've been trying to make a podcast for a while now. For a lot of different reasons. I'm just trying to make this podcast, and a friend of mine that I've been talking to for a while, you know what I mean, getting really close to, was opposed to me getting off getting off the phone and actually, sticking to my routine of actually making my podcast, doing my thing for many different reasons. I got to do my thing, right? Because I'm not just creating content for some fucktard ass reason. I'm not just out here doing my shit because I'm trying to be famous or I'm trying to, you know, I'm like, okay, if that comes with what I love to do, then fine. But I'm out here doing what I got to do because I've been fucked over a lot, right? I've been through so many fucking things, right? Um, I got to get that story out there. You know what I mean? The story is written somewhere because somebody put it all together. I got to put it out there. You know what I mean? Like right now, um, I had court cases with the United States Eastern District Court of America, right? Of Pennsylvania, wherever. Fuck these people, right? But anyway, I got court cases and all that shit, and I'm sitting up here, doing the right thing, handling all my business the right way, and it seems like I always get a pushback. Some type of hurdle that I got to get over. You know what I mean? You reject, or now I got to do an appeal for something that I was processing in there, and I digress, whatever. And nobody really understands what the fuck I'm going through or give a fuck, right? The world just get to go and keep doing with the Donald Trump shit and the fucking rapture and shit like that. I mean, we need to rapture some of these motherfucking wicked people up out of office and in different positions of power. You know what I mean? The shit is just it's getting out of hand. Whenever and somebody in America could go through some shit, right? Where it's definitely a blatant fucking setup going on, right? And you blow the trumpet and you blow the whistle. And not only do you blow the trumpet and blow the whistle on the fuckery that's going on around you, right? And in your daily society, right? And how you see everything, right? When the veil is lifted and you realize that it's really a dichotomy that you live in, right? Not only did I do that, I also created content, music, books, a podcast, different types of content, started LLCs, shot emails to different fucking people in high offices, high ranking people, judges, chiefs, and it's like it was like the perfect storm for a person like me. You know what I mean? I'm not a bad person at all, but I'm just opposed to bullshit. You know what I mean? I've been getting it for a long time, so I understand what the fuck bullshit is. You know what I mean? People trying to push you to do something that you don't want to do, or push you to do something that's going to put you in a worse situation than you're already in, man. And time is of the essence. Time is really of the essence, man. And I don't think anybody really understands that. You know what I mean? I know everybody understands that, but man, I understand that more than anybody, I believe, right now at this moment. Because time is of the essence, man. It's like your life is not guaranteed. Your life is not finite. Your life is not infinite here on this plane, right? But you have to do certain things here, even for the soul to exist on another plane eternally, right? It may exist eternally, but when you have control of whatever it is that you're destined to be, destined to become. And then here in this life, somebody can shape your destiny for you. Because here in this life, the municipalities and the cities and the commonwealths and your states and your jurisdictions, they try to make you become what they want you to become in a lot of ways. It's a subtle, slight nudge just by the environment that you in, just by the people that you're rooming, just the people that you're around. It's a subtle grooming. It's a grooming process. You know, the only thing, you don't just nourish yourself with the things you put in your mouth and in your you know what I mean, in your mouth, or you drink when you eat, when you smoke and stuff like that. You also consume, the people around you, those attitudes, the thing that they've been through that make them that way. You're consuming that. You know what I mean? Things you've been a product of is making you become something other than what you are supposed to be. You got to get back on that path. It's a oneness. And you don't know that you don't necessarily notice it because it's not evident, right? But once it becomes evident, right? It's like you got a lot of people who will try to make shit clear to you. And then you got a lot of people that'll just, you know what I mean, keep you pushing in whatever direction. It's like when somebody makes something clear to you, you gotta take heed to that. Because if it connected with you, it's for a reason, right? Take heed to it, analyze it, see what's true in it for you, right? I got a bunch of bees in this lot right here. I'm trying to avoid stepping on any of them because I don't want to get stung the fuck up, right? Just trying to do my fucking podcast. But yeah, man, it's crazy the things that and the shit that I really had to go through at times, man. And I'm blowing the trumpet on it. I'm still trying to create. I'm still trying to find new avenues and ways of creating. But it's like anytime I try to, and people don't understand how much time is of the essence for me, far as creating wise, far as content wise, far as literary wise, getting books out there. Time is of the essence. I'm supposed to be writing constantly. I'm supposed to have my daily routine together, and it is together. But people have to respect boundaries, right? You have to respect your own boundaries. You have to set your own boundaries. And you know what I mean? I don't mean to be a rash or irrational type of person, right? But a boundary is a boundary. And if it's set, it's set. And there's no love lost to anybody. Because, man, I'm not a disrespectful dude. If I got it, I'll give you the shirt off my back. But at the same time, it's like them boundaries be being pushed and crossed on so many different levels in so many ways. You know what I mean? That's why I was really opposed to making any new connections with anybody, because I know the fight that I face. And the foe that I face, the fight that I face, they have many faces. They'll use people you love. They'll use family. You know what I mean? They've been using family for a long time. They'll use new people that you meet. You know what I mean? A new homie. You might introduce somebody, this nigga just cool as shit for no reason. Like, why this nigga cool as shit for no reason? You know what I mean? And you just trying to be cool with you and shit. They send motherfuckers like that. It's pro. So, gotta be wary of that. Hmm. And I'm not saying that to really diss anybody, but it's like, damn, if you see somebody trying to do something or moving in the right direction, don't push back against what they trying to do. Don't sit up there and try to be selfish with their time. All my time is not your time. My time is my time. And why I give you my time is because you know what I mean? You make me feel good. It's a mutual type of thing going on there. And we just have time together where it's good. It's good to spend time. But at the same time, got to respect each other's time. And I'm always mindful of other people's time and other people's space and other people's situation. So I just ask that everybody be respectful of mine, right? I'm a very passionate person. You know what I mean? I hate when somebody walking past and I'm doing this shit and then I'm getting emotional and shit, but it's cool because it's real. It's real shit. So, but yeah, time is of the essence. You just stay occupied. Stay occupied with yourself. Stay occupied and getting your message across, doing the things that you got to do. Because somebody will take you off that path. You know what I mean? You take yourself off your path by allowing these. these connections and things like that. And don't get me wrong, it's a good thing. It's a good thing to connect with somebody because we all need somebody. But at the same time, if you connecting with somebody while you trying to create, while you trying to manifest something, they could take away from that. You know what I mean? If they're not putting to that, they're taking away from that. And like the episode of this podcast is called Time is of the fucking essence. And look what we going through. Everybody yesterday thought that we was gonna have some rap shit happen on September 23rd. Everybody swore up and down that the heavens was gonna crack open, but it clearly states that nobody know the time nor day. Nobody know the time nor day for anything. You could be going through shit in your everyday life and think that the walls is caving in, and all of a sudden the walls just disappear for you, right? Nobody know the time nor day. So for somebody to say it was September 23rd, I think it was a little social media viral thing that was going on, and then it was September 23rd. It's just like I could get on here and say something about December 26th, December fucking 2026. Say that might be the end, right? December 2026, right? Sometime in that month or the 1st of December or some shit. And everybody run with that information and say, oh, let's add it up and calculate it. You know what I mean? If I sat here and got specific with anything and even meditated on any type of dates or whatever it would be like I wouldn't even share that type of information, right? Because it could just be some dates that's relevant to me and what I go through, you know what I mean, you know what I mean? It might not be relevant to everybody in the world, you know what I mean? So somebody who put that out there was probably feeling like something was going to happen on September 23rd, but that could have been a prior thing that happened, or it could have been a future thing that would happen. You never know. You know what I mean? A lot of people get messages that they're not even aware of. They're not even aware of what type of messages they get. You know what I mean? You gotta really process that shit that you're going through, that those messages that you get. Because sometimes the things that you're going through ain't really for everybody, it's just for you. Now, yeah, you could use it as a testimony and give that to people, and that shit sells because it's real shit that you went through, right? I.e. the same shit that I'm going through, right? Same thing that I'm doing now, right? Making my real shit that I really went through. You know what I mean? Yeah, amount to something, right? If anybody gonna tell my story, at least it should be me. It should be heard from my mouth and not the rhetoric of a bunch of people who swear they fucking knew me and never knew me at all, right? Just like yesterday, I was chilling with my home girl, right? My baby. We was watching Jamie Foxx, right? What had happened was, right? He was telling the story about how he went through all this shit and how he had this stroke and everything. And it was a tearjerker, you know what I mean? To watch his daughter doing music, you know what I mean? How she had this guitar and she would always play and sing. You know what I mean? It was, even right now, I'm getting a little choked up about it because I want the same for my children. And that's beautiful that he was able to do that and that he shared, hold on, that he shared that testimony and got it out there like that. It's a beautiful fucking thing. You know what I mean? Every man should want to do that for their children. Every man should, you know what I mean? Every man and woman. But some people don't got that spirit. Some people don't got that same inclination, right? To want to see their children in a place that they couldn't achieve, right? A place that they couldn't reach. Or if you in a place that they could reach, that's even better because the higher your podium is as a parent, right? The higher you could put your children, right? The higher your podium is as a parent in society or wherever, that's the higher that's the higher place you could put your children. You could put your children on a higher pedestal, right? And what parent don't want to put their children on the highest pedestal possible? That's why I'm doing what I do. Put my children on a high pedestal. People try to bury your fucking legacy. They'll try to bury your legacy. They'll try to hide who you really are from you, from whomever. Long as they got the information, and long as they can stay in control of you, right? Jamie Foxx touched on the subject. He said he ain't no clone, right? He was adamant on telling the world that he wasn't no clone. But you don't have to be cloned nowadays, right? Because all it is them protecting your offsprings and then making sure that your offsprings have offsprings because it's genetic coding. It's not a clone. Just make sure them girls is raised well and they come up well and they're properly groomed as young women, and make sure they get with some mates or whatever that's going to produce people that's going to be basketball players or more athletes or more singers or more comedians or you know that's how they work it. Animal farm. That's who we on, the animal farm. The more royal your DNA is, the more they want control, right? The more royal your DNA is, the more they want to control. Mm. Why that hurt to say? Mm. See, those are the thoughts that I have to myself that sometimes I mention on my podcast. Why did that hurt to say? Because it hurt to say. The more royal you are, the more control they want. Mm. That hurt to say. See, when something hurt to say, I know it means something. See, that's the connection with God Concept Podcast that you get, right? Because I'm feeling things as I'm talking to you. Mm. I'm getting that now. Why did it hurt to say? Because it's true, right? It's true. That shit is true. When you got royal DNA, they want to control you. They don't want to allow you to reach a certain plateau because then you figure out certain things, you're entitled to certain things. They have to give you certain things. They have to turn over certain wealths that families have, and things that they did, atrocities that they committed against your people will be uncovered. Yeah, these people know that shit. You got a lot of wicked people out there, and they'll place people around you to continue the wicked game that they play. They'll pretend that they friends. They'll pretend that they this person. They'll pretend that they that person. They'll pretend this, but it's all a part of the game. Think about the fucking Baudelaires in the fucking Unfortunate Event John with the Count Olaf guy on Netflix, and how he was becoming all these different characters and shit to always get these Baudelaire children back in his possession, right? Is because the fortune that they had tied to those children, right? He wanted that fortune. And that's the same thing America do to our children. They'll try to keep your children ensnared, fuck the parents' life up, keep your children ensnared. And the fucked up thing about it is your own spouse will do it to you. Your own people do that shit to you. And you be like, damn, if I come up, we all good. If you come up, we all good. Nigga, if we come up with something together, we all good. We gotta support one another. It be petty differences that separate families and shit. You wouldn't believe the shit that I go through on a daily basis with people that should be in my fucking corner. That like I get shit and I get harassed. Let me not say shit. Let me call it exactly what it is. Harassment and downright fucking abuse from people who should be in my corner, right? The same people that if I come up or if I actually do fight a battle and win, they win. So what's the point of being opposed to me? What's the point of it? What's the point of being opposed to a nigga that's only trying to help? I'm only trying to help you motherfuckers. I don't get it. But me helping me and helping other people that's going through the same shit as me defeats a wicked fucking system that's been in place for a long, long time, right? You got to change the regime. You got to stop allowing families to do this to families, right? My family did this to me for a lot of different reasons, right? Why they did all this little intricate bullshit in my life for somebody else or a bigger conglomerate of fucking people, and that's the proper word for it, a conglomerate. But they got these secrets that they do and all this shit, and it's a conglomerate of motherfuckers that's conjoined to make sure that they keep a wealth amassed. And I believe that certain people in my family who was involved with that shit did it so they could be a part of that conglomerate. But you really not. You just a dickhead who fucked your own people over. Anybody who's a dickhead and fuck their own people over don't deserve to be a part of that conglomerate. Like once you know that you fucking your own people over, you supposed to just chill and not go through with that shit. But you continue to go through with it. That's why you're cursed yourself. That's why you cursed yourself. You cursed your fucking self by cursing me. When you curse somebody who's just been there for you and loyal and in your family and respectful even to the laws and commandments of nature, by God, by the laws, and by the state, I've been respectful to the laws. Never disrespected them. And I couldn't even cry at my grandmother's funeral, and I get disrespect. That's why you cursed. You cursed yourself. You don't even realize you cursed. Or maybe you do. It's a lot of shit that goes down in media. It's a lot of people that I don't know, that don't know me, who think they know me, who when I see them, they're going to think that we're going to be cool and I'm going to smack the dog shit out you. And I'm going to tell you why, right? Because I know you know of my situation and you could have been helped me and helped my family and you didn't. So when I do meet you niggas, right? And I'm not a fan of nobody. When I do meet you niggas and I come from, hey, bah, and come from like with a crazy ass back smack, because I don't care who you is. Like, but I try to be diplomatic. I'm just talking shit on my podcast. Please, God. I'm just talking shit. But on some real shit, that's what I be wanting to do. But it's like with an underhand joint with my wallet. I like, but anyway, it's like I just want to ask niggas like, did you know about my situation? Like, all right, and if you did, like, why the fuck? Like, it's like we care about everybody's shit. We sitting up here looking at everybody's shit. We sitting up here looking at reality shows. We sitting up here looking at this show about that show, this person's documentary about their life and how this shit happened, and all of that shit. But we can know somebody right around the corner, right down the street, living right next door to us, who's going through some real fucked up shit, and we'll never try to ever get that person help. But yet and still, we in the crib watching Power. We in there watching fucking The Shy. We in there watching The Wire. We over here watching all this nut ass Tyler Perry bullshit, right? And I fucks with Tyler Perry, right? But I'm not up on this shit like that. I fucks with him. But I'm just saying that because there's real life shit going on that everybody sees and nobody ever says anything about. Nobody ever shines a light on, right? That's because a lot of motherfuckers be aware, but they just don't care. They be aware and they just don't care. Time is of the essence. And the decisions that you make is really crucial for the time that you have. Because the decisions that you make could either gain time for you or take time from you. And you know what I mean. You know what the fuck I mean. You know what I mean? All the decisions you make is either going to gain you some time or take some time from you. You do some dumb shit, you go into jail. Do some dumb shit, you can get killed. You do some dumb shit, whatever it is. You don't even got to do no dumb shit. You can just be going through some dumb shit. And it takes time from you. You got to try to utilize your time wisely, man. And don't try to give nobody their time. And if you is giving somebody your time, make sure that they're worth it. Make sure that they're worth giving your time to. The woman that I chill with, the woman that I'm getting cool with, that I'm getting acquainted with, she's worth it. But at the same time, I got to set boundaries and things because I've been talking about my daily routine for a long time. And I'm even surprised I've been able to get this far ahead in the fucking podcast because I've done tried umpteen time to record, but nothing came through, right? But I set my daily routine so I could, build what I'm trying to build, right? And go through what I'm trying to go through. And it's just, you know, we got to respect each other's time, And I've been, man, I don't mind sharing my time, but when I need time, I need my time. You know what I mean? And this is just about my time, you know what I mean, for this podcast. I really don't want to run it too long. Let me see, we're at 23:50, 24 minutes. Yeah, I don't want to go on too long or anything, but yeah, um, man, just time is of the essence, man. Do what the fuck you got to do. Get your message out there, just like I'm trying to get mine out there, man. This shit is here for a reason, right? Because if anybody's going to tell the truth, it's going to be you, right? Even if you got to tell the truth to the public, to whomever, to the masses of people, some people decide to go to church to tell their truth in front of a congregation of others. They tell the truth in front of the same motherfuckers who put them in that situation. Quiet as kept. A lot of y'all tell truth to the same motherfuckers that put you in that same situation. Quiet as kept. Quiet as kept. Me personally, I can't tell my truth to a bunch of motherfuckers who been fucking me over. I can't even do business with somebody who was fucking me over. That's why I got the fuck up out of Philly. You know what I mean? I got the fuck up out of there. I'm the real Mr. Philadelphia. Fuck that nigga. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I don't respect a lot of niggas out of Philadelphia. And that nigga Meek is one of them. I do not respect that nigga because I know that nigga knows something about this shit. I know he know these people. You know what I mean? I know that shit. That shit crazy. Motherfucker from the city don't even help nobody out. That shit corny. I do not like niggas like that. I'm Mr. Philadelphia for several reasons. Because if I was doing and if I was groomed the right way when I was growing up, a lot of y'all niggas wouldn't even be out right now. Or a lot of y'all niggas would have been out. Because I'm a loving ass dude. But why the fuck hold me back? Why the fuck? It's like, I'm not saying that y'all niggas hold me back because y'all motherfuckers don't even know me. Or you do know me and you don't like me for whatever reason or don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. But at the same time, fuck you niggas who know anything about my situation who don't even try to help nobody. I'm going at it with the city. This some Beanie Siegel shit without the guns, but I did have some guns. But I ain't going to shoot it out with the cops or nothing because that's not who I am. But at the same time, shit is dead real, and I know all y'all niggas know about that shit. I know several motherfuckers know about this shit that could have been reached out, been helped, where a nigga don't have to even like. But y'all, like, it is what it is. I don't know. Maybe niggas quietly help. Maybe behind the scenes pulling strings or something. But I just don't trust nobody in Philadelphia. Y'all niggas make my ass itch. I said it on the butt. Listen. The only thing I got left in Philadelphia is my children. After I get my children and shit like that, I'm getting away from there. I just want the strings detached from trying to control our fucking lives. Cause I know the people y'all use, I know the system y'all use and all of that shit. And I want the strings clipped. I don't want y'all to be attached to my life or my children's life anymore. Period. I want my kids to grow up and be free and uninhibited, to live their life fully the way that they want to live it. Long as it's natural and by God and by the creator, as long as they doing the right things, they should be uninhibited from doing anything the fuck they want to do with their life. Just like anybody should. It's demonology that goes on in the government. And that's what it is. And they pass that shit on to our people so they can pass that shit back on to the other people and keep on passing it down to the unfortunate people. And they keep motherfuckers stagnant and lost. And that's why I would never even like I could never even see like being with these motherfuckers and just like no, I can't. Like you know how some niggas like they come from the city and they want to be cool with other niggas from the city. I can't do that. These motherfuckers ain't helped me when that shit was crucial. And motherfuckers know a lot about my story. I know they do. And I'm a grown ass man. They going through this shit for a long time. Didn't even know it. A lot of us got some stories to tell. But I don't like motherfuckers when they know about some shit. If they up, if they down, if you know some shit going on and you can reach out and help somebody and really just try to help somebody and you don't, you're a fucked up person, period. That's whether you Lil Uzi Vert, that's whether you fucking Gilly the Kid. And I'm mentioning young boys, right? Let me start first. Gilly the Kid, I mean, Lil Uzi Vert, if you Meek, if you what's her name? Hattie LaBelle. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck if you shit the lady from around the corner who run the fucking indigenous people artisans market, right? Miss Penny, right? I don't give a fuck if you any of these people, right? If you know somebody's going through some real shit in their life, right? And you know people, right, who can help out somebody, then help them the fuck out. Don't just sit beside idly and do nothing about it because it secretly helps you. It's some boule shit. It's some black boule shit going on, right? That's what it be. It be some black boule shit going on. They really try to hold other races and cultures back and shit like that. And I'm tired of it. Me personally, I'm tired of it. Cause for a long time you had this big oofy doofy ass nigga staying with my grandmother. And it's like, it was never real love because they never even had children together. But was that to hold her back or to keep her in some type of control or whatever? That was some boule shit. I know who you niggas is now, and I don't respect your order. I don't. I don't respect nothing you about. And I hope that you get abolished from the top down. You goofy, faggot ass son of a bitches. And that LGBTQ shit, that's a part of it too. That's the boule wrapped up in a motherfucking pink and a rainbow ribbon. That's the boule and the pink and that LGBTQ is the boule wrapped up in a fucking rainbow ribbon. I swear to God to you. I shit you not. That's who the LGBTQ is. That's a boule movement to get masculinity to you know what I mean? To pervert shit. I've been doing my research on a lot of shit, man. I'm just sitting here. I'm stagnant a bit. I'm stagnant because I got so many fucking fights to fight. I don't know which one to touch first. I don't know who to swing a fucking punch at first, right? Because I got so many fucking fights to fight. But once I get my shit together, I'm on your ass. Seriously. And I'm disrespecting all y'all niggas in music and literature and motherfucking my podcast. I'm disrespecting all y'all niggas. Seriously. I don't like you niggas. You know what I mean? I see, yeah, I see what goes on. See, I'm not an industry type of nigga, and I never will be. And I'm not a fanboy. I never will be. I don't give a fuck if you're from my city, if you're from somewhere else. Like, I do respect other people's music and shit like that. Yeah, I like some people's shit. I like a lot of people's shit. A lot of shit I don't respect. I just don't. I'm not a disrespectful type of guy, but just don't disrespect me. And the reason why I do say some disrespectful shit on here is because I'm be honest with you. Some of y'all deserve a little bit of disrespect because y'all do slight undertone type disrespectful type shit. So that way nobody won't know that you disrespecting me but me. And I see that shit. And a lot of people see that shit. Nobody ain't crazy or, you know what I mean? None of that shit. A lot of people do disrespectful things in the media, on the radio, on this and that by calling themselves certain things or saying certain things to disrespect, to slight people undertone. Like when we won the Super Bowl, right? I know this ain't nothing for me to say, but I had an episode where I talked about how the numerology add up in the Super Bowl and how they put the love hurts joint and all that shit, right? That was cool. All y'all seen it because we had the boy Hurts on our team and all that shit. That was cool and all that. Love hurts. Right. I get it. But that had a different meaning for me. I'm not gonna sit up here and tell y'all the meaning for me, but it did have a different meaning for me. You know? It definitely had a different meaning for me. It might not these bees is around me. But yeah, man, it definitely had a different meaning for me. And I ain't gonna touch on it no more than that. But just know that I'm not gonna be one of them niggas that go through your criminal justice reform program and all that type of shit, right? See how it's a game? These niggas is actors. You know what I mean? This nigga, whatever. I'm not doing all that. And I'm not no tough guy or nothing, but I never had to get booked to go through criminal justice reform and all that shit and all this goofy shit. Cause I made different right choices. I made better choices. And I didn't give my ass up. I didn't give my butthole up to nobody. You know what I mean? Shout out to Diddy. You know, yeah, man. It's about what it is, man. A lot of these little niggas, they get that booty up, man. I mean, you gotta commit murder. You gotta get that booty up, man, to be one of them boule boys. One of them lower level boule boys. Yeah, you gotta get that booty up and you gotta commit murder. That's what a lot of niggas be out here doing. I know it. They might not go, they ain't gonna tell you about it. They don't want you to know it, but I know it. That's what it is. Giving that booty up or you commit murder. You out here, you know what I mean? There's other ways to do it too. I mean, but you ain't gonna be one of the boule boys. But it's just stay focused, stay on your grind, stay on your mission, keep going after it. That's the way I'm doing it. I'm gonna stay focused, stay on my grind, stay on my mission, and say fuck all the haters. I mean, fuck all the ones that wasn't participators in what I was trying to do and the ones that was trying to stop me from doing what I'm trying to do. That's where I'm at with it. I mean, I don't need to be a boule boy. I don't need to be a part of any type of gang or affiliation or secret society or nothing because I'm me and I'm authentically me and I'm gonna continue to be me. And this has been an episode of God Concept podcast. God damn, it's a bunch of bees around me. I'm surprised I didn't get stung yet. But thank you for joining me for another episode of God Concept Podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Pagan. And yeah, check out some of the content. Check out some more of the content, some of the songs. I'm gonna ease over here to the camera because I don't want to disturb the bees too much. Turn this shit off. Peace.